Good morning and welcome to another day or week in the live video, depending on how this week goes. Now, I wish that I was about to lift this blind and it was going to be a beautiful, warm day. However, there's lots of condensation and it is pitch black. And that is because we have a swim test and it is currently 5:50 in the morning. So for rowing, we have to prove that we can swim for this year.
But we just running around, chasing the lettuce, I bought a Bentley, still feel pathetic, ice on my wrist, still feel depression, music my
And so we're up with to be at Hatfield at 6:10 in the morning to walk down to the pool and have a lovely warm swim test in the morning. It's obviously not going to be warm. It's going to be very cold. So fingers crossed that I pass this swim test.
Never lose, steady climb, city crime infest.
Right, so the swim test is complete.
10 years, so divine my blessings. I injected hope into my lungs and spoke up things I once thought were silly dreams. I walk you through the scene. Jump on a jet and it's charted a star. Bad in the cycle, I don't even like her, she dead it. I cannot be bothered to call. Hope you see the light, darling. Oh yes. Running like four legs, then people fold. They don't want no run-ins like bow legs, no.
Right, so we're now back home. The swimming test was actually not too bad. It was a little bit strenuous because of, our bodies weren't warmed up at all, and we just went for it. But yeah, everyone passed, so we're good to go rowing on the river. And hopefully we don't have to do anything remotely close to that again, because I'm really not one for waking up at 5 in the morning. But anyways, as part of my normal day today, I have 2 lectures, one of which is in person, which is at 1, and one of which is online. So I've got 6 modules this year. 2 of them are online. One of them is pre-recorded videos, one of them is a live video, a live lecture, and then the other 4 modules are all in person, like they would more or less be in previous years. However, we do have to wear masks if we can, so that's one of the only weird things, but the lecturers don't, so we can understand them clearly. So yeah, after last year of just having everything online, it's very different to have to walk to different places, especially now that we don't live in college on the Bailey, so everything's a little bit further away, and it definitely feels very different to have to keep up with someone live and you can't pause the video. It's a very interesting position that we're in because we're second years, so we do know a lot of things. We've been studying for a year, we've met people, we know where things are in the city, but equally there's a lot of things that we're on complete parity with the freshers. We don't know where the buildings are, more or less. We don't know where the rooms are, and so there's a lot of things to learn at the start of this year, exactly the same as the freshers. But I should have a law event tomorrow, so I'm going to leave the house a bit earlier, around 11:40, to get an LFT test done, because for wider student activities we have to get COVID tests done 48 hours in advance of the events, just so that we're allowed to go to them. And before that, I'm going to clean my room, do a bit of lecture prep, then I'll walk over, do my LFT, go to the TLC for a little bit before my lecture, which is at 1, come home, chill for a little bit, do some work, then do my online lecture, and we'll see where the rest of the day takes us.
I'm down the circus like Soleil curving. My people got me, copy, solid, sterling, still resolved. Look at you like a cube of sugar in a pool of water that you will dissolve. Had so much to put.
I also haven't mentioned it yet, but obviously in the first year you have to do the modules prescribed by your course, and I'm pretty sure it's the same across most universities. But in second year, there are a few more options. So I think there are 3 choices, because 3 of them are compulsory if you want a qualifying law degree. And so these are my options for this year. So I've got commercial law, contemporary issues in bio law, criminal law, employment law, land law, and trust law. And commercial, bio, and employment are my 3 options. So I've done a small amount of work. I've cleaned my room, so my bed is looking a little bit better and my desk is a little bit clearer. But for now, I need to go do my LFT. It is currently 11:32. My LFT is at 12 and it takes around 25 minutes to walk to the testing site.
Run away with the hustle. seen this type of glow. Look at the seed I plan to grow. I think they need to add a feed, but it won't be the status quo. Plot twist, let's talk about some progress and objectives. If you talking about less than came a long way, I'm a project. Baby, this a rolling out of Timex. She climbed me like an ibex and tied me. I came a long way. 2010, they try to end me, glad to see them bullets off. You still here, you missed, you bitch. 2020, Grammy nominated, bet we going off.
So I've just had my COVID test, my LFT. Now I'm going to go to the TLC to do a bit of work before my lecture because it's 12:14 and my lecture isn't until 1. So I still have quite a bit of time to kill before my lecture starts.
Admittedly, I know that don't make me, but it make the rest of you fonder. Keep them all arms length like the boy by CE Honda. Or Dawson, I'm flossing, I'm tripping, 2 commas. Trying to find a real, nothing in my viewfinder. Hey, you find her, still resolved. Look at you like a cube of sugar in a pool of water that you will dissolve. Had so much to prove, but nowhere with us, so you got nowhere at all, no way out. Either way, it's all gon' play out. It's all gon' play out. But nowhere with us, so you got nowhere at all, no way out. Either way, it's all gon' play out.
Made it back home. The lecture was alright. The lecture was honestly a little bit confusing, but that's completely normal, I think, in the first few weeks of university, especially with a subject that you've never done before. And obviously I've done law before, but the modules within law are entirely new. It's essentially like starting law from scratch. So it's actually the morning of the next day because I realised that I forgot to sign off that video. I didn't really draw it to a conclusion of any kind. I'm currently doing that land lecture that I was supposed to have done yesterday. However, I did it today because I was just very tired after waking up at 5 in the morning yesterday, and so I decided not to do it in the evening. So I'm doing it today instead because I don't really have anything to do today other than that law event, which should be at 6 PM later today. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching this another day in the live video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave a like below, subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video.
But we just running around, chasing the letters. I bought a Bentley, still feel pathetic. Got in my wrist, still feel depression, using my therapy.